Hello. So I am in a new space again. I have switched my place of living. And if you can hear the echo in this room, it's because none of the rooms here have any furniture. And that's kind of exciting. But I wanted to talk about one thing that I have been meaning to say for a very long time, but I just don't know if it's worth talking about it. But from the response that I've gotten from my previous attempts on sharing the corners of my brain that I thought wouldn't ever resonate with anybody, from the response I've gotten, I feel less and less alone. So thank you for being here. Really, really appreciate it. But yeah, so the way how I perceive space and time and age, like ever since I can remember myself, from being like 5 years old, ever since I was very little, whenever I had those thoughts of like, growing older, what would I do when I am older, and when I grow up, what would happen to me? What is my reality gonna look like? What am I gonna do? What do I dream of? And stuff like that. So whenever it came to actually thinking about that, I just never did. Ever. And all I kept thinking about that was really hurting me and pushing me was that, like, I am here and I have experienced it all and I know it all and I can die tomorrow. And I wouldn't be feeling anything like my whole life was a lie and I didn't live. Like ever since I was a kid, I always felt like I do not understand why do you need to live for like 70 years, 80 years as a human, if you're lucky. But like, I was always looking at my parents. Like, this is where this video comes from. Like, it originated from me feeling the same way today again. I always feel like that. Up until this day, I still feel like this. Like, my parents, like the thought of me having parents, it always triggered that feeling in me because I never understood with my brain, with logic or without logic. No matter how hard I tried to understand it, I couldn't understand. Why are they still living? Why are they, how do they do this? How are they alive? And why do they live? And how are they not panicking or like crying, or like, why are they just like not screaming in the air? And why are they not throwing a fuss about being so old and having been here so long? And how are they even doing it? How is it possible to be here for so long? Like, and they weren't even that old when I was a baby, you know, like being like 40 or something. I don't know. I'm trying to make my hair not look ugly, but it's impossible in this video. So I'm very sorry about this. But I have not washed it for ages. And I don't give a because I always felt like that. Like, when I was 12, when I was 5, when I was 18, whatever, I always felt like that. You know, this was a good life. Let me go now. Like, I have experienced all there is to experience as a human. And now I can go. And the shocking part is that I keep shocking myself. I keep putting myself, like, I keep ending up in situations or places or in the middle of action or events or some sort of stuff that happens to me. I keep ending up in those places where something new happens that I have never experienced before. Like a new way of like feeling something. And then I'm like, so this isn't it. This isn't it. I have not experienced it all yet. And I'm like, wait a minute, like really? Like it's a strange feeling. I don't know if, I'm not sure if anyone would ever like get it. But yeah, I still don't understand how there are like old people out there who are old. I'm sorry. It sounds stupid. I know it sounds stupid, but like, I cannot express it with human words, okay? I have to express it through my art or my music or whatever, but like this frustration of like, how can you still do this? How can you still live? Oh. Like when I turned 18, I'm not kidding you when I'm saying this. When I turned 18, I was like, wow, I feel like I've lived at least a million lives in this body, and I can die happy now. I don't need to live to 80. I turned 18 and I was like, this is it. This was a good life. And you know, if some of you don't know, but like maybe it wasn't really clear in my previous videos, but like I am very, very much into spirituality and all kinds of like occult stuff, and I'm always researching many types of religions and spiritual information. Like it's so important for me, and I've always been very spiritual ever since I was like 8 or something. Like ever since I knew what astrology is, like that's the only way how I've been thinking. Well, not the only way, but like I've been researching many ways of like many sources of information of what this means and what this means to have many lives. I also know a lot about being a starseed, which I do assume that I am, but we'll never know in our little stupid human brains. I just have to like allow myself to start another life and another life and another life again and again and again and again, because I feel like each day for me is a whole entire life, or each moment is a whole entire life. And then I feel like my soul, or whatever my spirit is, like it's had so many lives. Like within this one, it's so hard to speak about it because I cannot express it with words. It's a feeling that's so profound and so unique. I don't think it's unique, because many people on this planet feel like that. Many people feel like they have been here before many times, and I'm not sure about it, you know? I'm not sure if it's either one way or the other. I don't think it's in the middle. It's either I've been here so many freaking times that I'm like nothing matters anymore, or I haven't been here at all, and that makes you kind of like a newer starseed generation, and then you, whatever people say, that you just don't know how to be human then, and this is one of your first times, and then you feel like you're struggling or whatever. But I don't even know. I never really fit fully into any description of what exactly a starseed should be, because I have always been very good at school. I'm good at following rules, okay? But the older I grow, the worse I get at following rules, and that is not helping me in my life. But in many other areas it is helping me, but not in like getting a job type of thing in the capitalist society. It's not helping me. But anyway, I'm fighting on my own, and I have so many things yet to experience. I know that, and every time I experience something new, I say to myself, wow, this isn't it. I don't need to go now. There will be so many more things in this human lifetime that will make it worth it. But my brain or ego, whatever, like my conscious thinking is just like, or like everything together, my soul too, like it just doesn't want to accept it. Like I perceive age so differently. Like I don't think that I don't think that I've heard anyone talk about it like that. Like ever since I was very, very little, I always, like, I could not figure it out. How can you like be here for more than me, like more than this? Because how can you put up with it? Oh, no, I mean, I'm alright, but like, how can you be 50? Or how can you be 40, and why are you not having a panic attack because you're still alive. That is crazy to me. Anyway, it's been a very strange video, so that's what you get.